Hey, true believers. Chris Mack coming at you today with Batman issue 127. And I may be wrong. Feel free to make fun of me down in the comments if you disagree. But I feel that with this issue, Chip Zdarsky has finally hit his stride with Batman. Now, before we get into that and what do I mean, let's talk about who made this book. This is Failsafe Part 3, Chip Zdarsky writing, Jorge Jimenez artist, and then they did everything sideways here. Hold it up. Jorge Jimenez and Tomu Mori doing the cover art, and there's everyone else working on the comic book if you can kind of tilt your head for a second. And as we know, Batman was created by Bill Finger with Bob Kane. Now, if you haven't read this series yet, spoilers are going to sort of abound, so make sure to pause this video, go to your local comic shop, get the issue, and come back. And you're back. So, we go in the past, and I love this. Bruce is sitting here and he goes, or should I say Batman, he goes, that was fast. You knew. You knew the League would vote you out. Even if the vote didn't go my way, some of you still would have voted for me to leave. I can't work with people who don't want me there when lives are on the line. You had files on all of us. Ways to beat the entire League. And they fell into the hands of Ra's al Ghul. One of us could have died, but you didn't. Are we done here? I need to get to work. Now back, I think it was the mid-90s, it was, who was it that wrote it? Mark Waid. It was called The Tower of Babel. I think it was 4 or 5 issues. It's in collected trade form now. If you guys want me to go over that series, I do have the individual single issues. So let me know down in the comments. So this is where this issue is taking place. Now what I like here is Batman says, or should I say Superman, I'm not here to talk to Batman. I'm here to talk to Bruce Wayne. Take that damn mask off or I'll take it off for you. In the tonal shift, I made a mistake, Clark. But the mistake wasn't keeping the files. The League, if controlled, could decimate the planet. And right there, that's where the Zdarsky that knows how to hit at the heart of characters shows and shines. And that's what I meant by he hit this stride with this issue. What I like, though, is Bruce deadpan looks at him, or should I say Clark, sorry. He says, what's your contingency plan for yourself? What's the plan to take down Batman? And he goes, you are. Bruce, and then Clark says, but how can we take down a Batman that has files on all of us? Tell me the truth, damn it. In a world where you know every move, who stops Batman? Which segues us into to the present, where Bruce in the last issue released the Batman of Zur-En-Ra, which is essentially Batman without Bruce Wayne. He cuts that part out of him mentally. And I like here that Zdarsky kind of uses the Silver Age dialogue. He goes, we don't want anything to happen to you. We still have work to do, chum. Because that's what he used to call Dick back in the Silver Age. And so here, Failsafe is just going non-stop. And there's one thing that we do learn about Failsafe and why he was activated. And here, Bruce, or should I say Batman, because it's just Zur-En-Ra, there's no Bruce. He just says, go at him, full tilt, no stopping. And the artwork here on display, my God, look at this. I know that, modern books use digital art, but still, the art team really went out of their way to give us some action-packed panels. My God, I'm taken back by this, how freaking beautiful it is. It's just like, yeah! So anyways, with Failsafe, if you go back and read the first 2 issues, it has something to do with what Cobblepot did in the aftermath of his little his little heist, I guess you could call it, at the, it was an art gallery or whatever. It's where Tim got shot. I can't remember if it was an art gallery or something like that, or a benefit or something. But anyway, Penguin ends up in the hospital, and what happens is what activates Failsafe, and that's why he's here. And Tim tries to talk reason to Failsafe, but yeah, he's not having it. And we do find out why Bruce activated Zur-En-Raw. And you come to find out how cocky and disconnected the Zur-En-Raw character is. There's a moment, let me see if I can find it real quick. Jump past that, jump past that. So here, real quick, you come to find out that with Zur-En-Raw cutting off Bruce Wayne, he doesn't call the Bat family his family. He calls them soldiers, and the mission isn't over yet. He goes, oh, this Bat, and then Failsafe is going through the manor. He goes, this Batman is pure Batman. More pain than Batman? More sentimental? Or are you just relentless? So his parents get sliced, whatever. However, he goes for the picture of Alfred. He goes, you stay away from Alfred. So even though this is supposed to be pure Batman, you can still see how Bruce bleeds into this character. And it just hits that much deeper. Now we do get a great moment here. Hold on, where is it? Where we go into Bruce's psyche, and he's like, Zur, I released you so that you can, I thought that you could deactivate Failsafe. And Zur-En-Raw saying, I can stop him. And then Bruce says, Tim isn't my soldier. He's my son. And in that instance, Bruce Wayne is back. And there's a moment where he thinks he's going to die, and we get a very awesome, emotional moment. And in the midst of this, where we think that Batman is dying, we get a great introduction of a classic ally. And it just sends chills down your spine the way Zdarsky intros him. So I don't want to spoil any more, guys. Make sure to pick up this issue. Now, there's one thing that I do want to finish with is that they've kind of finally closed up the story with Catwoman. And again, this goes back to the whole Cobblepot thing in the first two issues. I kind of wish that DC, again, I sort of talked about this in our Transformers review yesterday. I wish when DC or when a writer would make a decision, I wish that he could tell the higher-ups to piss off, let me commit to my bit, and let me do my thing. I promise that it's going to help move the story forward. But sadly, this is how I see it, is a lot of the higher-up in DC are, for lack of a better word, chicken shit, and they're afraid to do any major changes, which I feel, 2022 would really help shake books up if it's permanent and done correctly in well-capable hands, which I'm feeling right now with Zdarsky pinning Batman. We're going to be okay. But this last tie-in with Catwoman really pisses me off to a degree. I like the way that Zdarsky turns it, but still it's just kind of like, are you serious? After all this, and that's what we get. That irked me a little bit. But overall, I cannot complain about this book in its entirety. It was absolutely amazing. Each story, the artwork is phenomenal. There's great emotional moments, and it just shows why Batman is such an influential character, decades later after his first introduction, way back in, Detective Comics 27. And to this day, why he's still a fan favorite. So guys, if you've enjoyed what you've seen, please first and foremost support your local comic shop and pick up a copy. And if you've enjoyed this review, we really would appreciate if you take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. Helps the club channel more than you could possibly know. And if you won't mind hitting that fancy little Zur-En-Raw bell next to subscribe, that way as we continue to upload content, you guys will get notified. Come to the channel, and we love talking with y'all and hearing your thoughts and feedback down in the comments below or our social media pages, which I'll make sure to leave the links down in the description. So with all that said, I hope y'all continue to have an absolutely amazing day reading, and happy hunting, true believers.